We'll be coming up on the James River in about a quarter mile. We're on Belford Road. We took a highway south out of Marshfield, and then we went west onto Belford Road. And there's the James River up ahead. Beautiful river. We've had a ton of rain the last couple days, so that the river's up a little bit and it's not as clear as it usually is. Usually you can see every little fish and every little rock in there. Go up a little hill and then the road will straighten out and we'll be coming up on Tract 8. We just passed Tract 1. There's Tract 2 and so forth. Tract 8 is the last tract out here at James River Estates. It's the one on the end here on the right. It starts right about there, and there's the gate, which I had the guys leave open. I thought that they cleaned up this approach, but they haven't yet. That's no big deal. I'll just pull onto the approach back here at Tract 7. Tract 7. We can pull in here. We're in the process of getting all these approaches in much better condition. But if you get out here before that's done, feel free to pull onto in front of Tract 7 and just drive right up here to Tract 8. Like I just did. Oh, this is a nice one. Tract 8. About 5.4 acres in size. You can see the front is fenced with barbed wire. On this side there's an old existing barbed wire fence. It's kind of overgrown, but it is there. The other side, the guys have the T-posts in. They haven't strung up the barbed wire fence yet. So that's looking down Belford Road. Pretty tract. This looks like the highest point out of any of the 8 tracts. Overlooking that beautiful meadow. The phone line would be at the county road, and the power line is about 150 feet in front of us. All this part up here by the county road is all high and dry, completely out of the flood zone. As we get down toward the actual river itself, we'll be in the 100-year flood zone. So if you plan on building any kind of substantial house or cabin, you would definitely want to do it out of the 100-year flood zone. This is really good pasture here. This would be great for a couple horses, or maybe some calves. It's a really nice area. The nearest neighbor is on the other side of the road in a nice house, and it's set back from the road a couple hundred yards. So this is still super private out here. Now as we come down this last, I don't know if it shows it in the video, but it's pretty clear to the eye, this last hill, now we're getting quite close to the water. Now we're in the 100-year flood zone. That's not to say you couldn't put a little cabin here on stilts or something. You could do it right at the water's edge. But be aware that if you're going to build and get a mortgage, the bank will require flood insurance if you build in the flood zone. Now, like I said, it's been raining the last couple of days. Generally, I would drive right down to the river, which you can see right through there. And then, of course, looking back up toward the county road. Beautiful property. Wow. Let's go have a look at the river. With all the rain we've had the last couple days, this is a little muddy right now. Once it dries out, you should have no problem with a vehicle on this. We've got a nice open area, and there's the James River. So we're on the actual property. This is the river. Like I said earlier, we had all that rain, and so it's not super clear right now, and it's actually higher than it normally is. But it is gorgeous. It goes down and then curves off to the right over there. There's a good chunk of land that's included in the 5.4 acres, and that's on the other side of the river, which would be tough to get to now except on foot. When this gets down to a more normal level, you might be able to get across with a four-wheeler. There are people, one guy I know in particular, about a mile down the river, and he's got gravel scooped up where he can drive across in his Suburban. You'll find different types of fish in here. It's good fishing. It's great floating. This goes all the way down into Springfield and forms Lake Springfield, and then I believe down into Table Rock Lake. Beautiful, beautiful property. Wow. I don't have my maps with me, but I know that Tract 8 has got an enormous amount of river frontage. By far the most of any of the 8 tracts out here. So bring your fishing pole. It's a good fishable spot. Especially if you walk down to where the bend is. There's a deep hole of water. Good place to catch some bass. Awesome property. We're only 30 minutes out of Springfield. We're 5 miles out of Marshfield. Yet it's extremely private out here, secluded. It's really tough to get anything at all on the James River, and especially something that has actual frontage and good high and dry building sites. And it's got power and phone. I mean, this is ready to go. So that is Tract 8 in James River Estates in Webster County, Missouri. It is a nice one.